Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Kanpai News for the week commencing the 10th of May, 2026. I am your host, Nasuth. I am joined, as always, by Thaylien. Xeno is on vacation, and so we got him. We got a fill-in, a stand-in that is definitely not a Xeno lookalike. Not a second account of mine that I've logged in to fill up the spaces, so the images aren't all fucked up. Definitely Xeno on correspondence live in Japan. Xeno, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing real good. I'm doing the
No.
tea and biscuits.
No, he responds with omelette de fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
Sorry. Slipping into
Orc.
no. God, what is that name of that Alphano from Final Fantasy 14 from their streams? Anyway, how are you, Thaylien?
I was a little weirded out by Pseudo Xeno, but I'm good.
Now you're Pickled Tink. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. We do have some serious stories, but they'll be a little, because of the way the randomizer sorts these out, it'll be a little bit further in. All right, starting with Korea cracks down on Webtoon biz. I don't think this is the first time they've done this either. In regulatory news, South Korea's Fair Trade Commission has launched a full-scale investigation into the webtoon and web novel industry, targeting concerns that over unfair contracts and profit distribution. The probe will examine revenue-sharing models, minimum guarantee payments, structures, and secondary adaptation rights across platforms, content providers, and creators. Over 100 companies will be surveyed, with additional expert consultations planned. I thought that said constitutions. This follows a 2024 review in which the commission found 1,112 unfair provisions across 141 contract templates. Japan's Fair Trade Commission conducted a similar anime industry survey, releasing its findings earlier this year. Can't remember if we talked about that one or not.
Yeah, we did briefly. There's been a lot of movement towards the web editions of multiple countries. It is mostly Japan and Korea at the moment, being the two largest producers.
All right, moving on.
However, Newtoki, the pirate that won't stay dead. In regulatory news, South Korea's largest illegal webtoon site, Newtoki, appears to have resurfaced just one day after announcing its shutdown on April 27th, with new access links circulating through Telegram channels that attracted over 15,000 subscribers within a week. The new site mirrors Newtoki's original branding and interface, with its operator promising to restore pirated webtoon, manga, and web novel content. The re-emergence arrives just ahead of South Korea's new emergency site blocking system, taking effect May 11th, which is, day before this comes out. So it will have already happened by the time we're reporting on this.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows faster restriction of illegal sites, but stops short of fully shutting them down. Authorities acknowledge that completely dismantling such platforms requires international cooperation, complicated further by Newtoki's original operator having reportedly obtained Japanese citizenship in 2022.
Ooh.
It's the Mo throwing Barney out the bar and Barney just appearing behind him again.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when they tried to shut down the Pirate Bay, like, suddenly 15 different versions of it sprouted up all over the place.
Exactly.
It's just that way. The only thing they can really do is make manga and pirated content easier to get a hold of legitimately.
Yes, with fair pricing for you based on your country.
Exactly.
That is actually affordable to the average reader.
Speaking of affordable pricing, Nintendo Switch 2 price hike hits your wallet. Nintendo has announced price increases for the Nintendo Switch 2 across multiple regions. In the US, the price will rise from $500 to... That... What?
No. That's $450.
Sorry, yes, rise from $450 to $500, effective September 1st. European pricing on the My Nintendo store will increase from 470 euros to 500 euros, also on September 1st. In Japan, the Japanese language Switch 2 will jump from about 50,000 yen to about 60,000 yen, starting May 25th. original Switch hardware in Japan will also see price increases on July 1st, with the OLED model rising from 38,000 yen to 48,000 yen. I forgot to have to check the prices to make sure that the intern properly converted them, but oh well. Nintendo cited changes.
All just going up.
Yeah, it's just going up. That's all that matters.
Number go up is bad.
Nintendo cited changes in market conditions and global business outlook as reasons for the adjustments. Things like the Strait of Hormuz closing probably did not help anything.
No. Similarly, I'm just wondering if it's not something like the amount of money they spent trying to argue with companies like Palworld.
That's also possible, yeah.
Yeah, they spent an awful lot of money on that thing, and they weren't even going to get very much return from it anyway as a peppercorn thing to set the precedent. But considering it's gone nowhere, yeah.
All right.
Either way, let's move on. So, remembering Ted Turner, the man who built Cartoon Network. Media entrepreneur Ted Turner passed away on Wednesday at the age of 87, following a prolonged battle with Lewy body dementia. Best known as the founder of CNN and the Turner Network, Turner left a significant mark on animation history by founding Cartoon Network in 1991 after acquiring Hanna-Barbera. The channel later became home to Adult Swim, which houses the Toonami programming block, beloved by anime fans. Beyond media, Turner was widely recognized for his philanthropy, including a $1 billion donation to establishing the United Nations Foundation and co-founding the Nuclear Threat Initiative. A public memorial is planned for a later date.
This is also the man who, like, everyone knows Captain Planet. He pushed to have Captain Planet made. He also regularly appeared on Conan O'Brien riding a fake buffalo. Because that's he bought all that land to as a buffalo refuge, or sorry, bison refuge. Yes. And I think the reason he rode the bison was because of the body dementia. Like, he probably couldn't actually walk anymore at that point. Yes. And if I remember, I will link that in the description below along with the story, so that people can go watch.
How do you tell the difference between a buffalo and a bison?
I'm scared of the answer, but please tell me.
Oh, you can't wash your hands in a buffalo. You can in a basin.
Oh, base. Oh. That's not even. That's not even a. Okay.
It's a terrible
I give up. I give up. Okay, all right. So here is one of the very serious stories. Yes. This initially broke with just allegations, but the allegations have since been retracted, unless there's been yet another change to the story. Buta Productions fallout continues. A user on the site formerly known as Twitter, Mariko, has formally retracted her allegations of illegal no-no time against my cat getting in the way of the news story. Antonio Russo, or FAR. Federico Antonio Russo, or FAR, co-founder of Europe-based animation studio Buta Productions. Mariko, now 19, had originally claimed in a since-deleted post that FAR began grooming her at the age of 14, including alleged chat transcripts as supporting documentation. In her retraction, she acknowledged having embellished and added incorrect information to her account, and apologized, expressing hope that everyone can, quote, everyone can move on from this commotion, end quote. Buta Production has since stated that its legal team is reviewing the situation with intent to sue over what it describes as defamatory accusations. And let's be fair, if this really was a fake accusation, then they're fully within their rights to do so.
It's so much trouble.
Yeah.
Just because you take it down again does not mean you didn't make them publicly.
Exactly. Now on the flip side, I hope that they're not retracting these due to pressure. Like, if these are actual true allegations, they should not be retracted in that case.
Yes.
But despite the retraction, the fallout surrounding Buta Productions continues. German publisher Dokiko has confirmed that Far and Buta Productions are no longer involved with the Let Me Fix You short anime, with Dokiko assuming responsibility for coordination going forwards. A group called Pon Bleu, representing former Buta production staff, has since reorganized independently to fulfill prior client obligations. Buta Productions' website now reads under construction, and the company indicated it will stop existing following the incident. Manga creator Sakura Kurihara has confirmed the anime will be slightly delayed. The production is continuing. See, and here you get, that's exactly what we're saying. Even if the allegations are fake, this company is now fucked.
It is. That's crazy, because this is the weird culture on the internet and in business at the moment, is that despite legal precedents being that you're innocent until proven guilty,
that's only in legal court, not the court of public opinion. Yeah.
The court of public opinion is that you're guilty until proven innocent.
I mean, I'm all for listen and believe, but the knee-jerk reaction, not even waiting for a retraction, and even when a retraction comes, sticking the course that you've started is... Anyway, let's move on from this. YouTube probably already hates us enough.
So, Spanish piracy site gets a Manhwa-Sized takedown. A coalition of major Korean webtoon platforms, including Kakao Entertainment, Naver Webtoon, Lejin Entertainment, and others under the Copyright Overseas Promotion Association, or the COA, have successfully shut down 2 Manga Online, one of the largest Spanish-language webtoon and manga piracy sites.
Surely that should be Copa and not Koa.
It should be Copa, but I think Copa is something else.
Copacabana.
Yes. So the platform, which recorded approximately 86 million visits in March 2025 alone, operated across Spain and Latin America, and ranked 26th in Mexico and 87th in Spain by web traffic, which is an incredibly high amount of web traffic for a website. Spanish authorities executed the closure following a joint investigation, with a formal criminal trial expected to follow. Industry estimates suggest the site caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damages to Korean content companies.
But another one will just sprout up in its place.
Well, I'm always a little bit questioning about these, the amount of damage that it really does. Because they estimate it based on the sales they would have made based on the site impressions. But that's not necessarily a good indicator, because not every one of those people would have bought a real thing anyway. They went there to these sites because they didn't want to pay for them in the first place.
Yeah, either because they couldn't or they didn't think it was worth the money.
Yes. Yep. So there's only a very small amount that would have actually paid for them if this website didn't exist. Mm. It's a debatable one, but let's move on.
So this one's a little weird. Crunchyroll hits 21 million subs and plans an anime industry summit. Crunchyroll has announced it has crossed 21 million paid subscribers globally, alongside plans for its first ever invite-only industry summit, the quote-unquote Crunchyroll Anime Future Forum, set for October 7th at the Jacob K. Javits Convention Center in New York City, the eve of New York Comic Con. The summit will bring together leaders from Japan's anime sector alongside Hollywood, tech, gaming, and music industries, themed around designing for anime's future. In related news, Hayate Incorporated, the joint venture between Crunchyroll and Aniplex, acquired anime studio Les Deuces last month, which I believe we talked about. Crunchyroll also underwent a round of layoffs in March amid an ongoing company restructuring. So they crossed 21 million subs, but they had to get rid of people. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me.
I'm worried. So they've got this whole thing about building for the future, and they're holding an event on the day before New York Comic Con. Yeah. Which is going to bring people from different companies to 2 different venues, which is, in the same weekend. Suspicious. And yet they still have to make layoffs. I'm not really buying that. Sorry. Moving on. Farewell to a visionary director. Anime studio Nagomi has announced the passing of director and writer Tatsuo Sato, who died of liver failure on April 24th at the age of 61. Born in Kanagawa Prefecture on July 7th, 1964, Sato graduated from Waseda University before beginning his career as an animator at Ajiado. Over his decades-long career, he directed beloved titles such as Martian Successor Nadeshko, Bodacious Space Pirates, Helk, and Cat Soup, among many others. His family held a private funeral, with Nagomi planning a memorial ceremony at a later date.
And Ninja Scroll. Oh, the Ninja Scroll television series, not the actual movie. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Atom, the Beginning. Wow.
Yeah, quite a bit of stuff here. Quite a bit. Very prolific.
Yes.
Oh, Thaylien should have gotten this one. Oh well. The One Piece sets sail in February 2027. We're out of the industry and bad news now. We're on into the anime. And we only have 3 regular anime stories, and then the rest of it's special interest. So Netflix has announced that the One Piece Wit Studios remake of the classic anime will begin streaming worldwide in February 2027, with all 7 episodes of its first season releasing together. The season will cover the first 50 manga chapters across approximately 300 minutes. The series is directed by Masashi Koizuka, with series scripts by Taku Kishimoto and character designs by Kyoji Asano and Takatoshi Honda. Wit Studio President George Wada has previously stated the remake will feature tighter pacing and a more mature artistic style comparable to Wit's acclaimed works such as Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga, while still respecting Toei Animation's original production.
I'm really enthusiastic to watch that. I mean, yes, I've just watched the live action do exactly the same thing, but I really want to see the new...
I'll probably start watching this one just because it'll be easier to jump into it.
Yeah. Next up, Tekkonkinkreet gets a 4K glow-up at 20. G-Kids has acquired North American rights to the anime film adaptation of Taiyo Matsumoto's Tekkonkinkreet manga, celebrating its 20th anniversary with a new 4K remaster, screening on May 31st through June 1st. Directed by Michael Arias at Studio 4C, the 2006 film follows 2 orphans, black and white, navigating the crime-ridden treasure town as a Yakuza boss attempts to demolish it in favor of a theme park. Tickets are currently available through G-Kids' website. This is an old movie.
Between G-Kids and Discotheque, like, I love seeing all this old stuff get preserved in better quality.
Yeah, no, I remember watching that when it came out, so...
Speaking of quality...
when it came out on DVD. The screenshot.
Vertex Force locks in October launch. The official website for Vertex Force, an original anime. That's the way I got this, because so much stuff these days are based off of light novels and whatnot. The original anime from Strike Witches director Kazuhiro Takamura has revealed an October debut alongside its main staff, teaser visual, and promotional video. The series introduces its first character, 16-year-old Okinawan high schooler Haruka Todo, described as innocent with exceptional physical ability. Takamura is directing and handling character design at SMDE, with Mobile Suit Gundam 00 mechanical designer Kamatake Ebikawa serving as engine designer. Takamura previously described the anime as cramming in everything he loves: cute girls, cool mecha, and anime. And we'll just briefly...
That screenshot, I'm sorry, the phrasing of cute girls... That's a 16-year-old, guys. 16 years old.
Yeah.
Let's not be getting ourselves
16-year-olds can still be cute. Just, you gotta phrase it properly. You gotta handle it properly.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, look at that cute 16-year-old.
Yes, no handling it.
Yeah. But this does actually look pretty cool.
They've got the mecha side of things. I do like that. It's almost speaks to me of, what was the Real Steel movie? Where he actually ended up using the shadowboxing feature to fight the final battle himself. You know.
So I think the
robot through movements.
I think the pose that they were using
is weird.
Is because of the magazine here that she's reading, the martial arts magazine. But it's still very very weird one to choose as their opening image for the
Yes.
Oh,
So,
dear.
Next up, Studio Ghibli wins prestigious Spanish award. Studio Ghibli has been awarded the 2026 Princess of Asturias Award for Communication and Humanities by Spain's Princess of Asturias Foundation, recognized for having exceptionally transformed creativity into knowledge and communication. The jury praised the studio's imaginative artisanal process and its universal stories celebrating friendship, empathy, environmental respect, and the beauty of everyday life. The foundation also honored studio founders Isao Takahata, Toshio Suzuki, and Hayao Miyazaki. The award ceremony will take place in October, presided over by Spain's royal family. Other notable Japanese recipients of the foundation's awards include author Haruki Murakami and game designer Shigeru Miyamoto.
Good old Miyamoto.
So, yeah. International recognition is always amazing when you get a...
And from the royal family, too. I mean, I know that Spain's royal family is basically a figurehead just like England's, but...
Yes.
Still... It'd be like getting knighted by the prince or the king. All right. In favor of the moon, Sailor Moon VA enters politics. In political news, Terry Hawks, best known as the voice of Sailor Moon / Serena in the original English dub of Sailor Moon and its subsequent films, has announced she is running for Toronto City Council. Hawks registered to run this fall's election for the University Rosedale Ward 11 seat. Beyond her voice acting career, Hawks currently serves on the board of the Annex Residents Association, co-founded the Dalton Road Residents Group, and founded Art for You. She looks exactly how I expect her voice actor to look, especially this many years on. But I mean, I can imagine her face being younger too.
Yes. So next up, GameStop wants to buy eBay because why not? In business news, GameStop has submitted a non-binding proposal to acquire 100% of eBay at $125 per share, a 20% premium over eBay's Friday closing price, with financing split between $20 billion in TD Bank debt and $9 billion in company cash. The offer represents a 46% premium over eBay's unaffected closing price from February 4th, when GameStop began acquiring shares. If the acquisition succeeds, GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen would lead the combined company. The proposal comes despite GameStop having closed over 800 stores worldwide since 2019 and posting a $300 million loss in a prior fiscal year.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still around. I thought they'd gone under.
Their stock did that fun thing of people trying to short it and everybody on the internet realizing that people were trying to short it, so the value of the stock massively went up.
Yeah.
So they recovered a lot in stock.
That's fair.
So it's a weird one.
And our last regular story, manga goes Broadway. Well, off-Broadway. Moyoko Anno's manga, Memoirs of Amorous Gentleman, is getting its off-Broadway debut this fall at The Night Egg, a new Manhattan theater named after the French brothel featured in the story. Set in the early 20th century Paris, the manga follows Colette, a brothel worker navigating a life shaped by desire and complicated romance. Anno's website bills the production as the first English-language original musical based on a Japanese manga. Tony Award-winning director Rob Ashford is directing and choreographing. That's how you say it. With music and lyrics by Duncan Sheik, best known for the hit song "Barely Breathing" and the musical "Spring Awakening," neither of which I've heard of.
I've got to ask the question: what is it with Broadway and making plays and musicals about brothels? There seems to be an ongoing trend.
There's probably a good reason for that. You probably get a lot of drama around that.
It's probably the fan service, let's be honest.
Also fan service. You can dress girls in
Sorry, here I am speaking of French burlesque as fan service.
Yeah. I mean, look at all these costumes. I'm a little worried about this being on YouTube now.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's not so.
But also this, you got her in the background. You got her in the like the feather boa looking thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Let's move on to our closing one for this week: the anime, manga, novel, and audiobook releases from May 3rd to May 9th of 2026. The bulk of the releases were on May 5th, with some exceptions. So in anime, Sentai Filmworks brought out Bloom Into You Blu-ray disc for $70. And that seems to be pretty much the only anime release. In manga, Viz Media decided to bring out Boruto 2 Blue Vortex graphic novel 5 and Kagurabachi graphic novel 7 for $12 each. Dark Horse brought us Mob Psycho 100 graphic novel 16 for $12. And Kodansha USA brought us Windbreaker graphic novel 21 for $13. And Witch Hat Atelier Grimoire Edition graphic novel 1, that's the hardcover, for $50. Kind of want to get that now that I've been watching the season. In digital manga, Kodansha USA brought us Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister graphic novel 21 for $11. J Novel Club decided to switch to May 6th for their works and brought us An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride graphic novel 14, Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2 graphic novel 11, Even Exiled, She's Still the Beloved Saint, St. Evelyn's Weird and Wonderful Adventures Wonderful Friends, graphic novel 3, and I'm a Noble on the Brink of Ruin, so I might as well try Mastering Magic, graphic novel 7, all for $9 each. Moving on to novels, where Seven Seas is the only one bringing things out at the moment, with Betrothed to My Sister's Ex, novel 2, for $10, Classroom of the Elite, year 3, novel 1, for $16, and Though I Am an Inept Villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat Body Swap in the Maiden Court, novel 10, for $16 as well.
What the fuck?
Hang on. Tale of the Butterfly Rat Body Swap in the Maiden Court.
Yeah.
Right. I do actually infer the meaning of that one. So there's obviously somebody called the beautiful butterfly of the court, and one of them is called the rat, and they
probably yeah.
Yes. In audiobooks, which we're jumping to.
Whoa. Okay.
Yen Press. Yes, that's what's up next. Yen Press has decided to bring out Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian, novel 7, Bacano, novel 9, Goblin Slayer, novel 11, and Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, novel 11, all for $26 each. Seven Seas decided to bring out Adachi and Shimamura Short Stories, novel for $25. Then bouncing back up to digital novels, J Novel Club decided to switch all of theirs to May 4th and brought out The Amazing Village Creator, Slow Living with the Village Building Cheat Skill, novel 3.
Well, that sounds like it's right up Xeno's alley.
Novel 33. Oh, it does sound right up Xeno's alley. Yes, Cooking with Wild Game, novel 33. And VTuber Legend, How I Went Viral After Forgetting to Turn Off My Stream, novel 10, all of which for $8 each. Then Seven Seas decided to go all the way out to May 7th with Heroine, Saint, No, I'm an All Works Made and Proud of It, novel 6, and I Like Villains, So I Reincarnated as One, novel 2, for $10 each.
And I feel like this is a good one to highlight as well. Virgin Knight, I became the frontier lord in a world ruled by women. Oh, anime. Japan. Never change.
Writing that one down so I know how to avoid it. You know.
Well, it's novel 3, so you have to make sure you avoid the first 2 as well. So
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that title. What can I say?
Right. That will do it for this week's news. And make sure you stay tuned later this week for Kanpai Cast, where we are joined by special guests Nick and Anna from 2-Star Players and Poland Ball Official for a discussion on swapping villains and heroes around and seeing how it affects the story.
I'm going to come up with some really good ideas for the scenarios, the what ifs that would happen if we can. Yeah.
So it's we don't cover as many shows in that episode as we might, but I think we go more in depth on the ones that we do, and I think that's good. So, make sure you catch that, and then we'll see you back here next week for more news.